The only thing I don't like about Ordinator is you can no longer get perfect touch. They remove that perk.
Perfect.
So you can't
yeah.
you can't pickpocket weapons and armor off of guys.
Yeah. On that though, I really like how they rebalanced all the other trees. Like,
yeah.
I've just put a toe into it, and like just for playing me and Loretta, like it was a bit jank, and we were looking for something. Loretta was looking for something a little more solid. But if we're just looking for like just to kill some time and like kill some shit together, it's literally stupid easy to actually get fired up and going.
You say, but it's a mod, honey. It's a mod where it's free entertainment. It's free entertainment.
Send me the link for that thing, and I'll download
it's
it.
Actually, if you look in our chats, I sent you all the information in our conversation in Steam.
Careful, we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Man From Osirion, Mummy's Mask, episode 13. I don't want to jinx it, Matt, but we are technically at episode 13. And we've joked so far and so long about this entire podcast, now a live stream, now a vodcast, being cursed. And to show you, I'm never going to get tired of doing this. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins just to get back in my mojo, and I've added 2 additional characters, and I'm just happy to kill. I'll just use you guys like mooks and just throw you at the adventure one after the other. No one gets plot armor. We have a full house tonight. Revising their cameos, Joe Gibson and Corey Chazon are in the house tonight. Joe Gibson playing the War Priest Gurundi young warrior of Sekhmet, ancient Osirian goddess of war and revenge. Did I get that right?
That is correct.
Oh,
yes,
look at that. All right. Doing much better than they did in Star Wars earlier tonight. Bounty 1000. Okay. Revising his role as Wellaf, the Gurundi Magus, the esoteric archetype Magus, where instead of sword and spell, it's punchy spells. Played by Corey Chazon. I got that right?
Yes, you did.
Boy, I almost think I know what I'm doing here.
Almost.
In the wings, getting back to flipping over and realizing the powers of the hand. What's going on with that? Well, the man does still have nanites inside him, no matter how much ick he throws up in the black and crawls away. Matt Witt is in the house tonight.
Yeah, them suckers multiply. Hello, everybody.
Revising his role as the Suli Rogue Vex Vandal. And of course, the star of our show, Frank Hamilton, returns in his starring role that won him the 2016 audition. Arif Oh god, now I've dropped the ball. Who are you?
It's Arif al-Bashir Anas.
We get
the wise old friend.
I see a kick-ass dwarf with an axe when you're talking because you don't have video on and you've switched over your picture. Where are you? Come back to us, Frank.
Well, here I am.
But that's not all. Revising his role as R3N, the reclamation droid from space, adding a little Stargate ambient starfinder to our podcast. Ryan Messina is in the house playing the paladin android R3N.
What? That's right. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
And just for fun, even though he's got a firm grasp of Lord Varsh's estate in Dice Before Dishonor, waking up in the desert sands, a little foggy, and then falling right back into civilization and quickly trying to get his feet under him. The Sylph, I can't really say his character class because for some reason he won't tell me, or well, we can't say. Well, you'll find out what's really going on with our Sylph Fafal. I know you have a longer name than that, Aiden. Played by Aiden Wilms tonight.
It's wonderful to be back, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
So, we actually had a episode glitch, and I said, "Oh, we'll see you next time," and it's the bug's turn. And then we played a bit more, and that got lost. So I'm stuck with this mid-combat round. We're gonna pull up the map. We're gonna fire up our battle music. Actually, it's already running. Very exciting. Those are very exciting intros because we had battle music the entire time. And we are going to jump right back into it ladies and gentlemen, I remember a few things. First, I remember that these solophids are not technically spiders, and they are kicking butt and taking names. And while I'm popping these maps, I wanted to talk to Frank. Frank, do you know that some of the fans, we had you doing exposition at the beginning of the episodes as Arif?
Okay.
You know, that type of thing.
Yes, I recall.
So we're gonna have to send you some notes. You know, start dropping some words about the Four Pharaohs Ascension, about the Ruby Prince himself. You know, send you some emails. Expect for those so that you can do our new opening again, because you know they missed that. They want to hear the words of wisdom of 30 seconds or less from Old Man Arif, and not the Scrolls of Skelos made up stuff that is your trademark. The actual. Actual facts about the event. Well, it's not like I can have them, you know, crack the cover. You know, players aren't supposed to be reading that stuff. But the people have spoken, and we will listen. And you know, very soon we will have Arif come back to you with his words of wisdom again. But tonight we have. I'm just lining up a map here. It's our turn. And the best thing I like about our turn is R is in like plural, as in there's two of me. And even though you guys are using good tactics and all of that jazz, I'm doing really well. Can everyone see the map here?
Yep.
Picture a room down within the depths of the tomb of Akintempi. And even though they spent time with their new friends, hoisting the rig, setting up all that equipment to get treasures out, nothing prepared them for what was beyond the mirror room, which almost left a nasty mark on Arif's forehead. Cracking open some doors, a room with 6 columns, an altar at the back, and several carved faces of Anubis and Pharasma as scone holders around, and launching themselves, these giant solophids, right over the back, and coming right and just clawing and chopping and scraping up. And good thing we got 2 brand new meat shields to throw at them that we've known for 5 minutes, but we'll see, you know, how long these guys could possibly last. So bringing us to, I believe it was, if I reset this, it's actually round 2, still not round 3, and Solophid number 1 was taking the whack-a-mole approach at Joe Gibson's character, Welaf. I think I got your names backward. Yeah, Sekhmet is the magus, Welaf is the priest. War priest, right?
Yep.
Did I get that right? Okay. So, leaning in with a full attack action of a bite and 2 claws, this nasty little sucker misses with both claws, no rending. Oh, you are so lucky, but I do get the bite on you, and you take 3 points of damage. How you doing?
Falls to the ground.
Falls to the ground.
And my map is not loading.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not letting me into fantasy grounds at all.
Okay. And next, the next giant Solvligid. All I can recommend is a quick update while the bad guys are going here. The next giant Solvligid is going to have a go at Corey's guy and attacking our new magus again with...
Ouch.
Now here's something interesting. Shout out to our sponsor. Why on my character sheet has it listed an actual song that I use? Remember how I was asking you guys to check out Evan King, New Planet Eygpt?
Yes.
I'm not kidding. It says Evan King, New Bite, +3.
That's funny.
That's crazy. How did that get in there? I don't understand. Did I... Oh, perhaps I... Oh, I see. I am allowed to re-script this. I'm allowed to rewrite them. So I must have been typing in something with that up. Okay. That was scary there for a minute. I was like, what? How is that seeping in? That's not supposed to be a thing. attacking you with claws and biting at you, and only getting one claw into you, Mr. Sekhmet. But you know what? Sometimes, whoops, ignore that. Those are attack rolls that shouldn't be. I'm just trying to do the damage here. 3 points of damage to Mr. Sekhmet.
Zemaket, sir.
Zemaket.
Thank you.
Sorry. Well, F,
No worries.
what do you wish to do? Stabilize?
Continue bleeding.
Would you like to make your own stabilization roll, or would you like Fancy Grounds to do it for you as I just push past? I have it on auto.
I'll let Fantasy Ground do it since I can't load the map.
Okay.
So.
13. Stable. So
Yay.
you're in the negatives, but you stop bleeding out. Which actually brings us to, I believe, what was supposed to be round 3. Let me just correct that. Old Man Arif El Basir. What do you do?
Let's see here. I've got one person down. I've got a person between me and this monster. And he's wounded. I don't have any more healing spells left, I don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I will use my aid other to bolster his armor.
No, I believe you probably do have one healing spell, because I believe did you not use it to get him up? Then we had to.
I think I used it on you.
Possibly.
Yeah. I converted one for you because I have a really limited spell set as a Cloistered Cleric. I'm going to give you a +3 to your armor class this turn, Sekhmet.
Thank you, sir. +3.
And
how do I
am
add
done.
that?
Just because it's going to vary round by round, I would just kind of keep it in your head.
Sounds good.
Yeah, or down the bottom, there's the actual modifier that you can add to your dice. Bottom of your left of your screen. You can actually type in a hard modifier if you wish.
Oh, yes. That
Sorry.
was a 3, right?
Yeah. So, Frank, with a 12?
Yep, and that's through the helpful trait.
Okay.
And using 8 others, so I hit an AC of 10 to get that.
The DC 10, and you're good to go. He's very helpful.
Yep.
Okay.
That's so cool, though.
It is. Could save you
Just
guys.
want to carry around one of those guys in my back pocket at all times.
Well, he has been stuck to you since you met him for some reason. Vex Vandal.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Out of curiosity, because Wellif is down, does that take away my flanking bonus? Okay.
Yes, it does.
So then I will 5-foot step behind the other one.
Okay. So let me just bring up the other guy here as flanked before you get into your rolls.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will. With the rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Big monies. We got 18 critical threat. Crit is not confirmed, but it is a hit.
Nate, okay.
For 1d6 plus 2 piercing, as well as some sneak attack damage, which I don't have a button I can click for that. I wonder if I can program that. I think it's just an extra d6 anyways. So, so for a total of 9 damage.
Okay. It slumps to the ground. Zemaket. The rogue shifts over. Now the one that's one of your companions falls to your right, and you know.
Just FYI, you made me flat-footed, not the creature.
Oops. Oh, that's right, because it's who's flagged. Keep forgetting about that.
Whatever shall we do with these bug people? Actually, I was just watching Ender's Game the other day.
Yeah, see, it's not our fault.
We're attacking the buggers. I think we're going to cast an acid splash at this wonderful gentleman.
Okay.
And
may I have
one
a?
right in front of me is still alive, correct?
No, it's actually the one that's down below.
Okay, well then we will toss an acid splash at that.
Okay. Can I have a concentration check so that you do not, because you provoke unless you, because you have two choices. You can provoke an attack of opportunity. Maybe your armor class will hold up in a miss. No problem. But if it hits you, you immediately have to do a concentration check of 10 plus the damage for a DC, which could be very variable but high. Or instead of risking all that, you could give me a concentration check up front. The DC is 15 times twice the spell level, so in your case right now 15, as you try to do the bob and weave cast, which, depending on how ballsy you are, is probably the better option.
Yep, I think that's probably a wonderful idea.
Okay.
Where can I find the concentration?
So on your sheet under actions, with the spell,
Yes.
above your spells it says Magic Esoteric CL caster level 1. They'll say CC and there'll be a button of a dice right there.
Concentration check.
Yep.
Perfect.
9. Fail.
That's kind of
So you actually fail to cast the spell, but you don't take damage because you don't provoke.
Mhm.
So what it does is, as you're trying to avoid provoking, you wiggle a little too much, you get the spell screwed up, and you just lose it. But you still have movement. So you want to do any moving?
Nope. I think I'll stay right where I am.
Okay. And finally, the last bug standing, okay, is going to... Oh, what shall we do? It's going to turn... Going to take a 5-foot step this way, crawling right on top in a almost... Is that adamant teabagging, Joe? No, what? Who knows? And actually, no, I can't do that. Well, I could, but if I crawl on you, I would provoke, because a 5-foot step doesn't provoke. But if I climb on top of the War Priest, is difficult terrain.
That is difficult terrain.
Yeah,
You can't step
so
there.
I will stay put, and I will just turn my attention towards what's in front of me, which is you, Mr. Zikmet.
Zemmaket.
Zemmaket. You know what? For saying that, for correcting my bug, I'm going to give a 50-50 chance. Odd or even, Corey?
Oh, odd.
Even.
Oh,
he turns
nuts.
towards. It chitters and is like, that's Zemmaket. Turns towards the threat, the real threat, the Suli that actually killed my mate, my brother, my cousin. We don't know. There's no society checks in this right away. Gonna unload some claws and bites, some lethal nastiness on the rogue that's been doing so well, biting at you, and you dodge a little bit, lean backward. The claw comes at you and digs into your leg, sir. The other one also attacks and hits, and the two of them together do rending damage. So you take 1d3 from the first claw. 3 points.
Okay, now before you even go beyond that first attack, just in case this downs him, hitting me causes him to take 1d6 electrical damage as a reactionary ability.
Okay.
I'm Suli, so he hits me with the first attack.
Yep.
And I go, Pikachu!
All right. And this is on your turn, on my turn.
It is a reactionary. So whenever I take, I can only do it once per round.
Right. Okay. So he digs in, and I start getting shocking damage
for a damage. 1 point of damage.
For 1 point of damage. Okay. Close, but not good enough. Sorry.
Was hoping.
The second for, it takes the damage. He gets shocked, right? The second claw digs in for another 2, and then it rends you for the last dice of 3.
Oh. And I am at negative 2 points of health.
And you go down. So 1 bug and 2 heroes down. The playing field is even. It was 4 on 2, and now it's 2 on 1. Well-off is not bleeding out. He's happily thinking about, his goddess. A vision. You lay upon the sand, young warrior, and you hear, you don't see battle. You look around, and on the edge of the desert is a stone cavern wall. And behind you, there's a split in the cavern, and the sound of battle is beyond it and coming out towards you, and you believe that a massive double army clashing could possibly spill into this cavernway. We'll get back to you in just a moment. Old man Arif.
Well, shit. I am going to attempt to continue to give Sekhmet the bonus to armor class. Actually, you know what?
3 combatants, now 1. You just got the hand on the belt. Do better, kill faster. Because if it gets through him, it's
I'll give him an armor class bonus, or try to anyway.
Yep.
19.
Yep. There you go.
Plus 3 to your armor class for one more round.
Sweet.
Now, I didn't actually at Sekhmet, when you had your last round of, did I get a hit on you or no?
No, I don't think you did.
No, okay. So, Vandal is down and bleeding out. You want to roll, or let fate decide?
Yeah, what's the stabilization? That's a fortitude, is it not?
Con check of 10.
A con check of 10?
Yep.
Can I take 10 on that?
No.
Boom. 15.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, stabilized.
It rolled a 2 for you. Because I've got it on auto, so when it goes by, it actually had fail and it gave you extra point of damage. So I'll fix you. Don't worry. I'll put you back. But yes, there you go for rolling yourself, right? Zemiket, it's your turn, sir.
What shall we do?
Shall I
Attack! Kill
I think
it!
that's a wonderful idea. Let's try for another acid splash.
Okay. Now don't forget casting a spell. You have that, but you also have your arcane pool points, as well as which you just, I believe it's a swift action, as opposed to casting a spell like infusing your hands or whatever. It's a swift action you can draw from your arcane pool and charge up your weapons, and then just do a strike. The only real ask is this acid doesn't seem to be getting you anywhere, and you're doing a bunch of rolls and failing concentration checks, where if you want to risk actually punching it, so in your hands of magical weapons, there is the arcane pool. My job to remind you have that.
And that's a fantastic idea. So we're going to infuse my fists.
The downside is you only have so many arcane pool points, and you only get them like a day. These are very valuable. Of course, now possibly would be the time, but...
Yeah, we're going to spend one of them and infuse some fists.
Okay.
And we're going to attempt to punch this thing right in the nose.
All right.
So what do we need?
So you give yourself a +1 modifier in the bottom there, next to the dice roller.
Okay.
And pull up your character. Go to actions, and you should have unarmed strike.
Yep.
All right. Yep.
$16, sir.
Yep. With the +5 is 21. That is a hit, sir. And damage?
Damage 1d6 +4.
Plus whatever your infusion damage is.
1.
Yeah, with a 1. So natural 5, and 5 makes 10.
Holy crap. Just put your face right through the carapace into like gushy brains, and it falls flat. Maybe I'll stabilize. Let me just Can I stabilize, please? Well,
nope.
Besides the old man behind you, Sekhmet, everybody in front of you, ally, friend, and foe, stop moving. Now, everything can possibly stabilize if it's just an innocent animal. If it survives, possibly is the will of the gods, and it could stabilize and get up and crawl its weak ass out of here. Or if you want a coup de grace, take a full round action to do the old ketchup bottle, and in goes the sword to finish it off. I'd start with Joe. He's just been a pain in the ass. Then the bugs. And
Hey, the ketchup bottle is my move. I have that patented.
That's true.
You have to do something else.
Yeah. So, yes. Finish them. Finish him. You don't have to. I'm not gonna worry about attack roll. You just, that's what you want to do, or if it's not your way. Arif.
I am going to take 10 on a heal check to see if Wellif is still alive.
Okay.
That gives me a 20.
Yep. He actually is stable. He's in bad shape, negative HP, but he actually is stable.
Okay, and then I'll...
You see that, Matt? He goes right to the new guy. Leaves you to play it out.
Okay.
right to the honorable warrior. Right. Screw the young thief, right?
So now that Wellif is okay, I will move around to this side, and I'll begin to check on Vex when I have an opportunity.
Yep. Well, we're out of round, so you guys are free to...
Okay, so I'll check on him.
And have a healing check for him.
Yep. I'll just take 20, take 10 gives me a 20.
Okay. He as well is in very bad shape, but they're not bleeding out. They're, they need intensive care, but they're, you got any magic left in you? What do you?
I do. As soon as the monsters are finished off, I'll start doing area of effect healings, but I can't do it. I can't target. It'll affect everything, and I don't want to bring those monsters back up.
Okay.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay.
So we'll catch up, bottle those things.
Ever thee wise, old man Arif. Ever thee wise.
As soon as that's done, I will start dumping area of effect healing.
Okay. So what have you got?
So I'll channel one time. Everybody gets 5 points.
Okay. So Vex's 11 becomes 6 in the hole. And Zekmit's 8 becomes 2. Becomes 3. And
Did I get it?
Wellif's 12 in the hole.
Then I'll do it one more time
7.
for 3.
So you were down to 3. So now you are only 4 in the hole, Wellif. Zekmit is actually at full because he just broke apart. And Vex is only 3 points of damage. Much better.
Yep. So everybody should have gotten a grand total of 8 points of healing.
Yep. Which leaves Zekmit at full, Wellif with only 4 wounds, and Vex with only 3 wounds. Because they were damaged badly. We were approaching that con. Speaking of which, what is your con? Because no amount of bleeding and stabilization, Now, I did have you... I'm just curious, because 12 and Vex. Let's have a look here. 10. Ooh.
Minus 12.
Okay. Ooh. Something very interesting is happening. We'll get back to that. Vex. You're a religious fellow. You get toppled, right? You fall from the sky. You're in a dark plane of existence. A endless line of people, 3 thick and thousands long, widening into a dark, stormy planescape towards a very tall, unusual, but somehow familiar-looking spire.
What is this?
You're dead.
No.
Negative. Yeah. Negative. You have enough negative. Your con is 10, and you were at like negative 11. No,
I was not at negative 11. I was at negative 3.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the other character. But you were down. Like I said.
I was down, though.
And then suddenly...
Knocking on heaven's door.
Across the plains, a swarm of tiny scarab beetles come towards you, swarm all the way up your body, covering you, but they leave your face and your hand that's missing bare. but you could still breathe. And then all of a sudden they start biting and itching, and the pain is horrendous, and it's almost like you black out on the plane of existence and wake up. You get your proverbial, oh, you're so, and there's old man Arif of Pharasma leaning over you.
So I come to, swatting.
Yeah.
Oh, what has happened?
And a thank you is typically the best way to address somebody who's just saved your life. Get up, young man. You'll do more good on your feet than on your back.
Oh, wise one. I will be forever in your debt. I bow very, very low. Praise Pharasma.
I am merely the instrument through which Pharasma works. Now was just not your time.
Wellef, the canyon, the echoes of battle, a dust cloud stirring up, preceding the army marching, fighting, and rolling towards you in the canyon. You feel compelled to join, to quicken your steps, to run towards the battle, but do you?
Of course I do.
You begin
Never shy away.
running towards the battle to join it, the everlasting fight on the outer plains, to serve Sekhmet as one of her warriors, ripping your clothes from your body, always fighting nude. I don't know, it's an afterlife thing, and everyone's gorgeous. And he's running, and then all of a sudden, the sand shifts beneath your feet. And your steps become heavy as they sink, and then suddenly entire edge of a dune in front of you just falls away, and you find yourself falling away from the canyon, like through the canyon floor in a sinkhole. And before blackness and suffocation takes you, there's a Pharasmite priest in a corner doing big channeling bursts. You know what this is. And the heart starts up again. And you awake in this terrible place. Sekhmet was calling you. Yeah, but Sekhmet was calling you, man, and you were ready to go. And for the power of Pharasma and a Pharasmite, goddess of fate, brought you back. How does that make you feel?
Oh, so happy. No.
How do you bitch about not being dead? But then again, I would like to have the scene pull out of this dark dungeon as the men are all sort of quietly murmuring and realizing their close brush with death and the afterlife. The scene draws up out of the dungeon, out of the tomb of Akintempi, and turns up into the sky and back to the previous evening, as we go back in time to a night before we met, before the four of you had your little adventuring go and packed, before the morning of the Riverman drink sloshing around the bar, before you guys awoke to find a companion missing. I want to go back to that night where in the middle of the night, an android, designation R3N, awakes after a short rest, and instead of taking his watch, though you're safe enough in an inn, scribbles a note as best he can, stork, wing, something, Amenephis, to the old man, and heads out of the inn. Tell me, did you go down the stairs, R3N, or would you take the window?
The stairs are the most prudent path down.
Okay. Down the stairs and outside into the night.
Yes.
You pull your compass, rudimentary device, showing you... No?
I know which way.
Okay. Where do you go? Which direction?
I go back. I head north.
Okay. Heading north, back towards the river. As you said, stairs being the easy access, do you head directly north and end up in what they call the veins, the dwarven section of industry, or do you veer west towards the large steps heading to the river that double as a shrine to
I head west first.
Okay. passing the mausoleum, passing the sanctum of silver and gold, the temple to the god of commerce, Adbar, and down towards the shrine of Wadjet. Some people are standing vigil. They're burning lamp pots on posts or just holding them on a tripod of dangling string over the river, standing vigil as if expecting something to happen, and they are praying to their goddess. Small groups, young people, just finding this interesting to be out late at night, teens and people in their young of 20 summers, are there and acknowledging and praying, and there's a gaggle of young men and women chatting quietly, but the elderly take this far more serious. They are lit at a distance with your infravision, low light vision.
Dark and low light.
Okay. As you pass away from the edge of the temple, which is also lit, there is an entire block worth of open distance of pretty much darkness that you can cross and be concealed before you hit the steps, and they may notice you. Do you care? Do you want to go past them, or do you want to take steps to avoid them?
I will take the least conspicuous path.
Okay. Believing your destination to be further west on the river, as it were, your point of origin, returning to the place that you emerged, you head into the block of houses that are right there on the river's edge. Well-to-do homes, streets, and emerge several hundred paces downriver. There is sort of a beaten path. You just follow they've cleared reeds, and there's this and that, and there's a rocky edge, but there just seems to be, a point like at a park or something where the trees emerge, and there's a path where you can jump off to swim or something. There just seems to be a natural way for expediency that people use.
Right.
It seems mostly abandoned, and you're practically on top of a young couple. Perhaps, since given a glance at their age and their proximity to one another, perhaps they're in the middle of some sort of courting ritual. They are not actually breeding, but they are enjoying each other's company, and they are secluded. You should be able to pass and slip into the water unnoticed close by, because they are enthralled with each other, if you are stealthy. Or do you care?
This unit's primary designation.
So one of those, ma'am, and you just disappear in the water like you're committing suicide and have the young people freak out?
No, the natives are indulging in copious activities.
Okay.
I will leave them
You'll try not to disturb them? Okay.
Indeed.
Okay. Can I have, for what it's worth, a stealth check?
Of course.
Okay. Switching from the battle music, so playing this entire time, dun, 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 to something a little bit
so intense.
Yes, to something that's a little bit more,
Oh. Okay, you ready? 15.
No, it's not bad. The from what you can tell, the young couple don't exactly notice you. Fall. Can I have a perception check, please? Unfortunately, spending your money on meal and drink that the priestess gave you, as opposed to securing a room, which was rather difficult considering how this place has been flooded with activity, foreigners, and adventurers of every ilk. Enjoying one of the young priestess's company down on the river, close to her, shall we say, evening mass. She's, shall we say, inclined to sort of show you further up the riverbank. Now, I'm not saying anything naughty's going to go on, but, she seems very intrigued at this exotic person that wants to take a stroll along the river with her. She's safe about it. She's still with, she could call out to her friends, type of thing if you were naughty, right? having sit by the riverbank, and you just kind of whispering back and forth, and she's telling you about Wadjet and the prophecy of late and what's got everybody stirred up in this riverman, and that kind of thing. And they're very pleased they managed to bring him his crystal, and they wait for another sign from the priestess or from him, and they stand a vigil here at the shrine until something changes.
Interesting.
And your perception, sir?
13.
Okay. It's the woman. It's the smell of the night. It's something. A small splash catches your attention, but not seeing what actually made it. It's probably a fish jumping, a crocodile moving, but certainly not a 6-foot tall guy in shining armor. Come on, Fall. The guy was 10 feet from you, slipping into the waves, giving you the finger guns because you're with the girl. But hey, romance comes first, I'm sure. But you're there.
He had 4 letters. Why he had no way of perceiving this.
-2 on perception.
The wise, not so wise. That's why we have Frank's guy around. So,
exactly.
Slipping beneath the waves, using your dark vision to swim, walk. The bottom is rather muddy and murky and reedy, so you don't want to sink. You can't kind of do the Highlander walk here. But you should be able to quasi, swim push in your armor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's slow going. But I believe you don't breathe, do you?
The later models will not breathe, but I do require oxygen for combustion.
Okay. So can I have a certain amount of rounds for you? Now you know your capacity. You can go 3 times your con in rounds. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you head out. You swim out and try to get your bearings underwater, looking for markers. Pull the compass, whatever you need to do. I'm going to roll for some random midnight crocodile snacking on you. But you will have to surface. Do you care to do that stealthily? Or are you just, now that you're in the river, you don't care?
I presume I will carry on with the same level of precaution that I began with.
Okay. Can I have a swim check? And a stealth check?
Swim check of 8.
Okay.
Stealth check 19.
You don't get very far. You're not really out there. I mean, look at this river on the map. It's freaking huge. I mean, that island used to have a whole sphinx on it, right? So you're, barely 20, 30, 50 feet out. You're still within a 60-foot range. Thinking you've gotten a lot farther than you had as you kind of do this upward tread water, doggy banded male style. Have a good look around.
No. Android style.
Android style?
Yep.
You doing the robot underwater?
It's like aggressive interpretive dancing, but
he just holds his arms straight behind him and his hands spin like propellers.
Imagine having an impeller on the back of a person while they just kind of.
I think the bottom of his soles of his armor should drop out and then turn into flanges and then just corkscrew, and he just does the Iron Man underwater thing. Upgrades later, they don't really expect. If they sent you, if your coordinates were a water planet, not a
exactly.
M class,
that would win the A3N.
They would have given you the aquatic 3N, but another meteorite. Hey, get off my block, crashes into the sand and gets buried. Never see A3N again. Oh well. So 50 feet out, it's forced to surface. 19. Can I have, because you have 60-foot dark vision, and something popping up in the river would be a dark silhouette, but to you, another perception check there, Fall. Now, I totally would have had him out of range if you'd done better with your swimming, but 8, that's sad.
That's treading water.
That is a 9 on my perception check.
Damn, these fish are
This is a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
And her stories intrigue me deeply.
Oh.
Wait. You didn't even do the finger quotes.
So
no, she is an intriguing woman.
Oh, a fish that jumped twice, because we heard it. You're like, oh, what's that? Oh, it's probably just a fish, baby. Never mind. And then it jumps twice. That's a good luck sign from Wadjet. So tell me, are you, and she kind of timidly pokes at your bare shoulder, because you have the bluish skin. You know, are you perhaps the, I want to say Raoul man? Roger, we had this worked out like a week ago. Riverman in Osirion. Are you perhaps the Raoul man yourself? Mm-hmm.
Would love to say so, but sadly I am not. I'm the airman. And I will cause a gust of wind to kind of, breeze past us.
Oh, okay.
So smooth. That's so smooth.
Oh
man.
yeah. The guy's
hey baby.
He doesn't just like lift a cheek and give an example. All right. So sorry, I owed you guys that. You guys were really mean last game. Not Mummy's Mask, but oh well. I guess somebody that actually, if there actually is somebody out there that listens to the main feed and catches all the shows and sees the carrying over jokes that we try to rehash in different worlds, totally not worth it. But hey, somebody might know what we're going on about. So you continue to schmooze. Some more swimming and some more perception from our droid.
Certainly.
And I'm gonna roll some
It's not
encounter.
smooth. It's called suckface.
Okay.
Swim. And you want to stealth?
Yep. Hey, this priestess
So
isn't
11 stealth of 16.
This priestess isn't a slut, man. This is our first date, and she's kind of cuddled up to him, but it's like watch the hands and.
Neither is
poking him.
for fall.
Oh yeah, of course. No, we're just getting the all night flirt on here,
Look, there has to be some foreplay, okay?
Oh,
you can't
yeah.
just go right to it. You know,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
set the mood. You gotta have a little fun back
Yeah,
and
really.
forth.
There you go.
Come on.
Yeah. Of course.
You old fogies have been married for way too long. You're out of the game.
There you go.
Trust me to this.
We made the game you're playing.
Yeah, but see, I perfected it, so.
I'm also playing the chick you're hitting on, dude. So don't insult me. I'm just covering my beard.
Yeah, with the perception he has, that's probably exactly what's going on.
Yep.
Hey, for fall swings always, baby.
She's hang on. Got just the guy for you here,
It's the priestess of Wadjet.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you know is a lie.
Yeah. Jamar, the priestess we don't talk about. Is that
I thought you said Jezebel.
Yeah, Jasmine. Jamar.
Yes.
Yes. Are you the Riverman? Yeah, baby. I'm the Airman. Woo. You blow her veil and she quickly covers her face for no good reason. Perception. So, getting back to stealth and swim, 11, 16, it's a little better. You get your bearings. You know it's a bit of a hike, okay? But you do have the equipment to track the pod. Just like you had the Geiger counter for the nanites, you do have on your belt, you got the return, you know what I mean? So you don't lose it.
Just remember this now.
No, it's not something that you want to pull out.
Beep, beep, beep.
It's not something that you want to pull out in front of civilians. You want to get down.
Yeah, it's probably got a lit display too,
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You don't use sonar in the dark.
I got all the mods
You know.
for the display.
It wasn't give me one ping Bashili, but we're still in the dock, it was like you got to be out there, Okay. So
Yeah, no, if I have problems though, I will pull that bad boy out.
Yep.
Unabashedly.
Yep. Pull it out.
Wah!
Swim. You find the downed Mandel pod across and somewhat down the river, undisturbed from the cleaning and from, like the Wadjet priestess haven't even like made their way up around the cusp on the map here, let alone a little down and across river. And I can't get anything like, I'm looking for 35 or less. I can't get anything over like 70, so nothing's going to try and eat you tonight, unfortunately. I could just have something encounter you, because the DM has that power, but you know what? I do like counting on, the raw dice to ruin or spoil the mood. I like the fact that,
He would totally look like a lure, though. He's like this flashing.
Oh, I know.
Big giant,
with the
big
propeller,
giant spoon.
Oh no. I'm not the lure. I'm the lead weight.
Yeah, that's true. If he had those,
Fair enough.
If he had those propeller shoes, I would up this like 20%, like easily. And just look at this go, right? Anyway, you find the Mandel pod.
Okay.
And
Blub, 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 blub.
giving your access, pulling on the hatch, Now it's not coded not to open, or you can't lock it, but the mechanism, the panel to shift aside to open it is not obvious. Somebody would have to have half a brain. No leopard or cat or crocodile is going to dig in this thing with the teeth smelling something in the cracks and like accidentally pop a door. You know what I mean? A person. Anyway, good news and bad news. It's really easy to get into your pod. It's fallen, it's turned. There's the hatch, there's the under come up where you come up into the air. Okay. Okay. The secondary hatch is already open, ajar, and you didn't leave it like that. No. Like something or someone has been here. Of course, with your memory reboot, you're not sure, but it's like, standard procedure is close this hatch when I leave, close the outer hatch, flood the chamber, swim out, or the air pressure just holds the water down. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, somebody close the outside door, but it's like,
All right, so I proceed in.
Yep.
With make sure get the airlocks working properly so I don't drown.
With no.
Then once I do that, can they go into Mandel?
Yep. You want to fire him up?
Yeah, if he's not already, yes.
Oh, he's in sleep mode or screensaver mode, or you know what I mean?
Mandel.
You fire him up.
Oh, not voice activated. He's turned off. He's not in sleep mode.
Yep.
Okay.
Get him booted up. You wait some time, right? Drying your hair, his luscious hair, with a towel. Okay. So, you get him up and going.
Mandel? I look up logs for objectives on this planet.
That would be on your ship, not in an escape pod. Right? So what Mandel knows is what input you've put in it. Like actually scanning the surface. How much technology is here? That kind of thing.
Then I would seek records. Seek the records involving the last memory restore crystal.
Okay.
I wish to check the entry logs.
Okay. They're dated. You managed to extrapolate when the pod was activated, which would be the crash, right? How much time you spent in the pod, a day or less. Any personal notes and logs that you entered, scans that you asked Mandel to do. It launched a buoy and scanned for technology. Couldn't really pick up anything on whatever you were here for, and it is also noted that if you count the logs of inventory, the technological, the what do you call it, the searching of tech, like a scanner is missing. The thing we had for Geiger counter is missing.
The buoy's probably gone downstream.
Yeah, the buoy's probably like long gone. It launched, you did your thing, and it's just kind of, right, you'd have to go find it. Because if it was on a tether, it would probably draw attention, where it's like, okay, launch the buoy, right?
Yeah, they're meant to be usually bullets.
Yeah, or just the middle of an ocean, and it's just out there, right? This has probably been carried upstream, or maybe salvaged by somebody. What is this thing? It flashes. I'm so excited. Smash the glass on top. You broke it. Only worth half. Yeah, 3 days later, it's like sitting on one of the tables at the marketplace, right? Trying to sell it as a bong or a lamp or something, right?
The priestesses and priests of Wajet are gathered around it, worshiping it.
Yeah.
In 2,000 years, this might be worth something to you.
Pulled from the river. So kind of a backwards, checking everything, checking all the logs. What equipment did you take? This, right?
Yeah. Is there any equipment left on ship that
Yes.
would be?
Yes.
Oh.
There is a personal, I don't want to say it out loud, but there is something you chose not to take for personal defense because you didn't want to draw attention and spook the locals, but now you don't have that reasoning. you don't know why you're here. So it's like, why didn't I take, your the EMP?
The plasma rifle, 40-watt range.
No. No. But there is a pistol.
Oh.
Wand of fire. Wand of scorching ray, as the locals might come to know it. There is a pistol. There is rations, right? Mandel had told you in the log there's a short civilization nearby, so you swam to it going, well, I don't need to take the hardtack. I go buy food and talk to locals. And anyway, but there's no return. There's no other logs. However, there is a hatch breach. So
is that not noted?
It is. And somebody didn't fire up Mandel. So you might assume it was you, that you would come back and just grab something. Right?
Sloppy.
Anyway, your backup memory crystal is missing and is now in your possession because someone literally brought it to you. There's not a second one, the one that, right?
All right.
Okay.
So I'm assuming there's a place where I can put the crystal to update it to current date, back it up.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I give myself a little backup?
Yep. So
right now?
Yep. So what you can do though is it won't restore what's missing, but it will add what you've experienced since
to now.
It was right. So you waking up in the infirmary, your adventures, your new friends, blah blah blah, right?
So I want to make a backup to right now.
Okay. Yep.
And I want to grab the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the backup's done, I'll take the backup.
Okay.
And after going through the logs and finding out that there's no ship, also there means that there's no mission log data.
Mm-hmm. Now, a backup interface is usually on a ship, not on an escape pod. But
is there one on here?
There is, but it's an old unit. You know what I mean? It'll take far longer for you to back it up. You know what I mean? Like hours.
Do I need to be here for that?
No, but it will take hours.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
So in that case,
you do need to spend some time to be scanned, though.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like you need to,
I would initiate I'd like to think that I would initiate the download pretty much as soon as Mandel got fired up.
Okay. Actually, sorry, no, because the equipment uploads and downloads probably, whether it's slow or fast, at a relatively similar speed. So, you would be uploading through a link directly to the crystal. You don't like put your brain in the disk and then it puts it to the jump drive, which is the crystal, right? The crystal is designed to receive. You know what I mean? So you could do that on the ship, but here it's just like a jack bypass. So you're using the ship's system to plug in the crystal, to plug yourself in, and you sit here for hours while it just goes one into the other. There's equipment that can help you do that. And you can choose what you send. You need a ship or a console, like a proper thing where you could just like, oh, here, fill this,
Yeah.
Total Recall. Put me on vacation. I had a good time.
Yeah. What I think R3M would want to do is to make a backup which he'll then keep on himself.
Mm-hmm.
Take the gun, and then, without lack of any more information, would then return to shore, and then seek out his party once again.
Okay.
For clues.
Sure. Okay.
I was following them once before.
Yeah.
Surely if I follow them still, they will lead me to what I was seeking in the past.
Okay. Emerging, unfortunately, enough time has gone by. It's daylight. And once more you emerge from the river and make your way. Do you try to avoid the riverbank and the shrine? Did you want to try to just emerge on the cliffs and climb up? And then...
No.
There's a lovely villa here that overlooks,
No.
Okay.
I did an analysis on that.
Okay, so...
That would not be advised.
Okay. Swim to the island, or so you, once again, emerge up the shrine, do you?
Yep.
Okay.
They built stairs.
I know,
It is really convenient.
Okay. So
Yeah, but fortunately for him, everybody's waiting at the bar.
yeah.
Just
Oh,
empty shrine. Where'd everybody go?
I was gonna have this big build-up where he had expected a big entourage, and there's just like, you know, a couple passed out drunks or something, and
Oh, and here comes me ruining your fun. Sorry, Jeff.
oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I did the plug of like, oh yeah, no, that's what made it extra funny. That's why that's why he plays with me, because Wit thinks like I do. He's got the same, you know, kind of humor. But yeah, you expect cheers and gears and people and all this stuff, and it's just like, oh,
I have
here.
zero expectations. I expect to put one foot in front of the next going upstairs.
Okay. Well, the character, sure, the players. So, this is a good thing. You're not harassed. You're not held up. Right? You head straight to the Whispering Stone.
The necropolis.
You left your companions at the Whispering Stone.
Yes, but they were headed to the necropolis the next day.
Possibly. You don't know. Like you gave them permission, but
I gave zero permission. They needed none from me.
okay. So
I
what
was
did you say?
entourage to them.
What did you say in your note? Go on without me? Like, or otherwise, logically, you'd assume they'd stay and wait for you.
I will return once the time allows me to.
Okay. So you want to return to your friends, or you just want to walk back?
What time of day is it?
It's late morning.
Yeah, necropolis.
Okay.
I'll talk to the guards at the necropolis gate.
Sure. They ask you, you know, where's your party?
They're already in the necropolis, I
And they-
believe.
Oh,
Perhaps you could help me with this.
Okay.
I am looking for a short.
What was our party name? It was something I can't remember what it was.
I know, right?
Midnight Cats or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Something weird like that.
Anyways, yeah, we had a party name.
Scarlet Sands. Intelligence
Have
check?
the Scarlet Sands and
You
enter the necropolis. yet.
your mind was wiped. You don't know the party name. It's not like they would say it again.
Surely we will discuss this. If not, I will describe each member in
I'll tell you what.
painful
If
detail.
they knew you had amnesia, they would tell you everything, including the party name, so you know
Yeah.
it's fine.
Then I will describe every member
Okay.
to the eyeball.
If we see them, we'll let you know. But no one gets in here under 3. Obviously, they went in without you, buddy. So no, they won't let you in.
Then I will wait here for them.
Okay.
Did they enter?
I don't know.
Were you not guarding this door?
Yeah.
Then should you not note the people who come and leave?
Yep.
Then did they enter?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember. Yeah. Yeah, Pharasma
So
priest.
did-
Lots of them go in and out. Old guy, black robes.
Diplomacy.
Okay. No, seriously, they're just kind of like, the foreigners look the same to us, man. You guys all look the same. Like,
There was a non-foreigner among them. There was a priest from your own temple here.
the watchful priests are everywhere inside.
He was unique.
He was Katapesh?
Are you unique?
I don't remember.
That you are unique.
I don't remember. I watched
Think
Jumanji.
harder.
My NPC dialogue is really limited. Diplomacy of?
24.
I really want to help you, but honestly, you know, after a while, all the people in and out, especially the first 2 days, it's kind of gotten to be a blur. The guy with him's like, sure, yeah, pretty sure, yeah, we're pretty sure they're in there. Can't tell you certainly, but honestly, we don't remember.
Oh, understandable then.
Okay.
And if you won't let me go invite myself, I understand. The necropolis is dangerous. Perhaps then I could accompany a patrol that would be heading towards where my party was allocated to go through the raffle.
Now that's up to the... It'll be up to the watchful priests, not us. So you wait, you know, for an opportunity?
Yes.
Okay. Diplomacy? Because people have tried this trick. Oh yeah, let me go with the people who are supposed to go in there. And then you just like run off. Haha, you know.
15.
Normally, yes, but considering the danger that's going on in there, unfortunately they turn you down.
I do serve the light.
Which light?
I point at the sun.
Okay. Praise the sun? Hey, that's kind of catchy. Yeah, I like that. Praise the sun. That's good. Hey, are you starting a new religion? I'm on board. Let me try it. Praise the... Nah, forget it. No. Pharasma forever. Sorry, get away from me, man. Go back outside. So, detained at the door. Let's go back to inside. Inside our dungeon.
Tomb of Akantampi.
The Tomb of Akantampi. He's caught up to you guys in time. And he's outside. Unbeknownst to you. He just said, I'll be back when you're back. So I'm assuming you guys assume he'll turn up at the, at your tavern sometime. Frank, being a Pharasmic priest, you actually know they won't let him in here alone. So he would literally be probably just waiting for you back at the, assuming his business only took a day.
Well, then I suggest we gather up some more of these antiquities and return post haste.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps scare up enough coin for a potion or 3.
Yeah.
Yes, I could do with an evening of rest. That was very stressful. I kick some of the chitlin pieces and crush a limb,
Yeah, looks tasty.
Screw these things. No, I'm not going to eat that. That is a savage move.
So,
all right.
So we thoroughly
thoroughly
searched the rooms.
Yeah. You guys go back to, let's get back. Now, remember you guys had set up the rig and tried to remove some stuff?
Yeah, we did. We cleared out the other chamber.
But possibly not lifting it and leaving it up there to get, stolen. So you guys now spend the hours of, hoisting it all up the chute, carrying it out, right? Kind of thing. You guys bought a cart or something to hoist, to take this back to your...
Cart and a donkey.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as time goes by, Ryan, one more thing for R3N. If you wait at the gate, sooner or later, you're going to be noticed and approached. First, it's kind. Can I have a word? Would you speak with us? That type of, and then more people, and it's like you quickly catch on that the Wadjets have figured out where you're camping out at the door, and they want to talk to you. They want you to come with them. They want your sandals. All that kind of weird treatment. No. So would you stay there, or would you try to get rid of them?
No, I would stay here.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my companions.
Okay. They are very polite people. Though they seem to put you on a higher level of a ruler or something than you should be. And even if you try to explain it, they compliment you on how humble you are. You answer questions, but the questions they have for you, you don't have answers for. And even if you deny any direct questions about your faith or whatever, and start with the type of thing, it gives them pause, but they don't go away. And after a while, somebody of authority tells the rest of them to leave them alone, and they back off, but they stay, and they it's like some kind of honor guard and watch you. So by the time your party emerges with wagon and donkey and a covered stuff, including 2 new members,
Android's got an entourage.
Yeah, well, he's actually got a small group of people. You guys recognize them, Vex and Arif. This is the oracles from the bar, and hours of standing out in front of the gate. Sooner or later, word's gonna spread where he is. Anyway,
fair enough.
You guys come out. R3N, you're watching the gate. You see them first. What would you do?
Companions. Greetings and well met. One moment, please. Detect evil.
Okay, so I pull my gun. Damn priest was just bugging the shit out of me. Excuse me while I murder these plebes. Sorry.
Standard protocol.
Okay. Gentlemen, is anyone...
I run detect evil on everyone who ever comes up and talks to me first.
No, I understand. You don't have to state your alignment, as in chaotic good, lawful good, or whatever, but if there is evil
just let
in
me
your
know
alignment...
if you glow red.
Yep. Anybody here Pinging evil.
I have currently no evil intent.
Not you, Fafal. You're back in the crowd. Sit back down. He's like back there. Ains, you guys can't see him, but Ains like lifting his hand. Hopefully, you really want to be. You told me you wanted to be in this game, but he's mooking me at every turn here. All right. So no evil today.
Nope. I do what I want, not evil. Sometimes it's evil. Sometimes it's good. I do what I want.
Okay.
Sometimes it's
Mr. Sekhmet or Weloff, do you guys have evil in your alignment?
Close.
Yeah.
A taint.
No.
Taint.
Close only counts with horseshoes and something that droid calls a hand grenade. But
And farts.
yeah, unless there's some E next to the LE or
Those can be close too.
the type of thing. So no.
No evil here.
Yeah, not today. So the droid stops looking constipated and then continues his conversation.
I'm assuming your foray into the tomb was fortuitous.
And
Master-
it was harrowing. It is what it was. Traps and things crawling out and trying to kill us.
Was there
But
a snake pit trap like you described to me, Master Arif?
Not yet. There were giant spider things.
In a
Yes.
pit?
Well, if you take the pit and you turn it, it's kind of on its side, like a room.
This
Then
would be a
yes.
chamber,
Exactly. Yes.
but not a pit.
Definitions. They're just words, really.
As these two go back and forth, the rest of you, it's not lost on you that now that this newcomer engages you guys in conversation, these priests that wanted the river drinks and caused so much trouble at the inn that you guys were a part of, okay, they encroach a bit, close enough to listen to what he's saying. Not close enough to be rude or, like lean over the shoulder, but they're definitely within earshot, listening to what you guys are speaking of. And it's also kind of obvious that they're intent on this newcomer. Very strange. Would you mind describing your character, what you look like right now, R3N?
Oh, certainly. I have extremely pale skin, black hair, black as in black, the one color that it is, or all of them. I have blue eyes, and my armor is seamless.
Looks like he's wearing masterwork banded mail, but it's really, really well put together and very foreign. Now, we've had people come from all over the Inner Sea, and there are some exotic people such as yourselves, our Suli, our Katapesh humans, and different strange races in the area, let alone some of the very unusual types that have come from across the ocean. So it's not like he really stands out amongst the populace right now, but he certainly counts as one of the most interesting and exotic people that you've met thus far since the lottery began. Make sense?
Sure.
Okay. Does anyone introduce your new guys? Or you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah, because R3N is deeply involved in the conversation with Arif about horizontal pits.
Okay. Assuming that clears up by noon or later. Oh, look, it's dinner time. We're still standing here.
It can be a walk and talk scenario.
Well, yeah, no, we're probably rolling while we're
Okay.
chatting. I mean, we're, it's, what is it, 5 dudes in a cart?
Mm-hmm. So the scene pulls out. Your destination, I'm assuming, is the Whispering Stone?
It's a good question, actually. Are we going to take our stuff to the church, or are we going to...
That would be advisable
Back
to
market
secure
deal
them
it.
first, especially before we go anyplace.
Because I don't want to take our stuff into, like, the shady district.
Hey, you could always go to a deal at the market. You'll buy everything, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's antiquity dealers right there. It's the middle of the day.
We did say we would...
But the church will offer a fair price, and with a Pharasmite amongst you, you might actually get, at least far less ripped off than, less haggling needed, right? Not to mention the actual, what the priest can't do himself, the actual church will offer, most of them will offer, healing at going rates if you guys want to get topped up. So the market, the stone, the mausoleum. Where do you guys want to head to?
Well, since we're working with a Pharasmic priest, I think that's probably just, for keeping things copacetic, and they would probably give us a better deal anyways, because Arif's such a badass at cataloging things that all their back research work is done from him. So
Okay.
I say we go to the church and offload any of the museum-esque artifacts there, and then any of the stuff that they're not interested after that we looted, maybe we'll go to a deal.
That sounds acceptable. It at least shows the good faith that we're including the church and at least giving them, kind of dibs, if you will.
But of course, wise one, out of respect for you and the aid you have already delivered upon us.
Okay. So as the message for you, Joe, as the scene pulls up and shows us in a miniature form, there's us in the wagon, and there's the oracles and their followers, as in like the regular people that have become enamored with this. There's the actual priests and oracles, and then there's common folk. And blending in his new white linens, with the younger ladies. Very interested in you guys, but keeping his distance. A certain sylph. Following his new meal ticket and still, trying to like stay with the faithful. Because you know what? The faithful are teaching you how the river provides, and you get a fish and a bread and a drink a day. You get like free food if you worship with these guys. It's not a lot of food, but until something gets better, it's a pittance. But
I've lived on this.
Yeah. They there's the proverbial, you can stay with Aunt Margaret kind of thing, and there's the thatch floor straw, you know what I mean? Like, it's really, really humble accommodation, but as long as you seem interested, they are interested in gathering and helping the following for whatever they got planned.
Well, of course, at least for a time.
Okay. So you guys hit the temple, and in between the sessions, we'll cash in, we'll do all this stuff. If there's some haggling, we can RP that. But I think the audience would be more interested in the grocery list. It's like, what did you buy? Oh, I decided to buy this, and we sold this. You know what I mean? Like the end result. So we'll skip the cataloging now. And if you guys want to call it a day, and again, the healing can be purchased, in the forward or whatever. I am curious to ask, the oracles camp out like they did the last time at the bottom of the steps. They don't enter the church, the mausoleum. But there is another faithful amongst you, the young war priest of Sekhmet. It's not that you're not allowed entry, you're part of their party now. But I'm curious how someone that worships and obviously has, embossed himself into the old gods, walking around on the most sacred, powerful, holy, they took our land, church.
How do I react to this?
Yeah. Do you?
It's a common sight. It's not like it's just new.
Okay. No, it's fine. I was just curious. I didn't want to gloss over an RP opportunity or something with the priest or whatever. I'm not saying like you have to hate it or like it or love it or die infidels, and you just start slaughtering everybody inside. No.
Yeah. At my lovely little beginning of my life, no.
Mm-hmm. Unless Vex conceals the fact that he only has one hand, the guards watch him closely, very closely. Because a man with one hand is the sign of a thief. And doesn't matter how much everyone speaks for him or whatever, I'm not saying your party is accompanied, but you see the whisper travel, and you see the actual guards that work within the temple as well as their faithful. They're, they look at everybody, but they definitely are taking an interest in Vex and watching him shrewdly. Other than that, we will see you next time on the Man from Osirion, Mummy's Mask. Say goodnight, R3N.
Good night, R3N.